Hello YouTube, this is James with MTG Lounge, and I will be showing you guys my Pauper deck. This is just a regular old Pauper deck that I just created to go against Derek. Lord knows what he's going to make. He's normally a deck magician, so he'll come up with something weird and yet deadly. Anyway, let's get started. Basic premise of my deck is, as you'll see, extort and life gain. Alright, so starting it off, I have Beckon Apparitions. I have 4 of those. It's a 1-drop to exile target card from a graveyard, put a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying into the battlefield. This is just so I can get some flying and I can get some stuff out of my graveyard, which I don't even need. And it's a cheap extort, you know, in case I want to extort a lot. Next card, Tithe Drinker. 2 for a 2/1 lifelink extorter. She's a really commonly used extorter. She really cheap, really good, especially with the lifelink. I'm using 4 of her. I'm also using Basilica Screecher. That's 2 for a 1/2 flying extort. I'm using it mostly because of its flying and it's a cheap extort as well. I have Syndic of Ties, 2 for a 2/2 extort. Like I said before, cheap extort, why not? Daggerdome Imp, 2 for a 1/1 flying lifelink. I'm running him because he's a cheap flyer. I can extort him, and he's got lifelink. Got 2 of him. I'm running, how many of these? 3? 3 Scourge Marks. 2 for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, they get to draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0. I'm running this for my, mostly my flyers. When it enters the battlefield, they get to draw a card. That's always a bonus, especially in black, because there's not a lot of draw unless you sacrifice life. But enchanted creature gets +1/+0. That would help one of my flyers just getting in some ping damage. Got 3 of those, and I can extort it since it's only 2. Next card, Kingpin's Pet. It's a 3 for a 2/2 flying extort. He's really fun to use because, well, I can even use the Scourge Mark on him, just constantly getting in all that air damage. And he's got some extort, so there's another extort creature for the field. I'm running 4 of him. Next I've got Read the Bones. I'm running 4 of those. It's 3 for a sorcery, scry 2, draw 2, you lose 2 life. It's pretty fun. Mostly it's for card draw, but I mean I also get to scry, see what all I need, see if I should just, you know, get rid of something. So I'm running 4 of those. It's cheap and I can extort that. Pretty much everything in here you can extort, but I mean some of it, since it's so high costing, you're not really going to be able to. Grisly Spectacle, 4 for an instant. Destroy target non-artifact creature. Its controller puts a number of cards equal to that creature's power from the top of his library into his or her graveyard. The milling effect I'm not really using, but the fact that it's 4 for an instant kill, especially at, you know, common, I'm able to actually run it in this deck, so I can just kill something. I'm running 2 of those. And Deathgaze Cockatrice, I'm running 2 of them. It's 4 for a 2/2 flyer, Death Touch. The Death Touch, just in case they got a flyer that is really annoying, I can, you know, just hold this and block it, or I can swing in with it, and if they block it, it'll die by any chance. But it's good flying damage, as well as I'm going to be using its Devotion, because I've got a card in here that uses Devotion. So I'm running 2 of those. I'm also running Perilous Shadow. I really like this card in here. 4 for a 0/4, pay 2, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You can just keep on pumping it. If they decide not to block it, just pump it way up there and just deal massive amounts of damage. or we can pump it and destroy one of their big creatures. I'm running 2 of those, and I'm using it for its devotion. And this is what all the devotion is being used for. I'm running 3 gray Merchant of Asphodels. It's 5 for a 2/4. Whenever it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, where X is their my devotion to black, and I gain life equal to the amount of life lost this way. He himself has 2, so even whenever he comes into the battlefield, I'll automatically gain 2 and they'll lose 2. But like with the Perilous Shadow and the Death Gaze Cockatrice, if I have those out on the battlefield or anything with black in it, which most of this does have black, they'll just lose lots. He'll just lose lots and lots of life, and I'll just gain massive amounts. And I'm running 3 of those. Now onto my land. I'm running 4 Orzhov Guildgates. It gives me options for land. I'm running 9 plains. And 9 swamp. So, that will be my deck. Next time you see me, I'll be fighting Derek. Be sure not to root for Derek, to root for me. And so, wish me luck, and be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.